So this morning, when we were arriving and parking, Koenig and I rocked up together. Keeley rocked up separately.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, there were, 10 cars entering and the car park. And Keeley, for some reason, got out of her car. Someone said that they would valet park it and then just took her car. And she just got out thinking that was normal.
Well, he said, a beautiful girl like you should not be parking your own car. And I said, thank you, sir. Too right. Gave him my keys.
Or they saw you drive in and they go, oh, shit,
She's
she can't drive.
She's going to cause some damage.
And then, 5 cars proceeded to just, also enter, but this guy was valet parking your car.
And it's like there was a 5-car bank liner.
Yeah. And yours is the only one getting valeted.
Yeah, I don't know. I've got a little tracker on my
Thanks
car
to the
keys.
AirTag.
Thanks, Millie. Thank you. So if he wants to steal it, good on him. That was a really unique way of doing it, and I like the
I said it was
ingenuity.
the kindest way to steal a car.
Yeah, and thefts are getting a bit
It's
lazy.
also not even your car, it's your mum's.
Yeah, it's my mum's car.
And also, he actually got out of the car and then someone else was in the car when we walked past. And I said, Keeley, is that your car? Who's in it?
I know. A little alarming, but we'll see. Like I said, thieves are getting too lazy, so I like that they've put a little spin on it. So,
But you did take all your valuables out.
I
She
did. I took
brought
my
a big
handbag, but
her handbag that's bigger than her.
Yeah.
She was she had it over the shoulder, carrying it with 2 hands.
you know what? Okay, I'll tell you what I did with my handbag because I'm sick of taking backpacks to the airport. I just thought, I'm going to take my handbag, look a little bit nicer, you know?
I mean, we stopped taking backpacks to the airport when we were 12.
No, the whole team had a backpack. I brought my handbag. Worst decision ever. It was so uncomfortable. Digging in to when I went to Vegas.
Okay.
It was so uncomfortable. And
Well, if you're traveling with a team, you've got a backpack.
yeah, but I didn't want to do that. I just thought, I don't know, but there's a reason why
Too
backpacks are
trendy,
popular.
Keeley. No one can keep up with you.
I love that we've all got the same bag, the same Oriton bag as well.
do.
except
But
a
in
tax
different
write-off.
little,
in different materials.
yeah, mine's snakeskin, not proper.
Mine's just normal.
Mine's actually at the junkie's house who stole it. Mine still got stolen. And
Shout out to the junkies.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't know if we can really say junkies.
Why not? Honestly.
But seriously, not okay. Not okay.
So you're not going to get a new one, or you just?
Well, I don't know. I'm still waiting for the police report for me to tell them everything I've lost, but I don't think they really care.
Actually,
so.
how does that work? Do you have insurance? Sorry for the personal question.
No, that's all right.
Insurance on the Oriton bag.
Yeah.
Well, I think the bag was $400. I don't think there's really
Okay,
much.
that's still worth getting
still a lot of
$400
money.
back.
Yeah, you don't get that money back. They just, you know what the guy actually told me when
You
he
get
brought,
it back at tax time. So
when
get
he
another
brought
one.
my laptop back, and it was the screen was all dodgy because they saw a guy running with a laptop, and then they put their lights on and he chucked the laptop and ran. And it was all chipped up, the sides are all chipped up, the screen is a little bit fuzzy sometimes. And I'm like, oh, so what about what do I really do about that? You know, and he goes, you know what? You're actually really lucky. And I'm like, what? Lucky that I got broken into and everything got stolen? He goes, yeah, I've seen it worse. Some guy, I don't even want to say what he said, but I was like, anyway.
Oh, now I really want to
Thanks
know
for
what you said.
comparing stories.
He was
during
comparing
this
to
really
a
hard
fatality, and I was like, okay, well, yeah,
Well, I
that's
am
different.
lucky in this sense,
yeah,
but
I
it's
guess
still
I didn't
pretty
get
unlucky.
stabbed in my sleep.
Yes.
So,
So I guess I am kind of lucky.
yeah,
Gosh.
but I was like, it's probably not the way to put it. I
But
was just
seriously.
asking what the process is, you know? Anyway,
So just circling back. You don't get any money.
no, get nothing.
Have we gone over this on the podcast? Yours?
I
Did
think
you
we
have your
like-
ring back?
I got the ring back, ended up in the pawn shop, and then
That is actually
I know.
how silly.
we were actually, you went
Seriously,
there, sorry.
robbers are using half their
Were you
brains.
there?
Where was I?
I don't think either of you. It was
In Aussie camp? No.
Aussie camp the first time. We've actually
Neither
never
of
all
us.
been in camp together, so we need to change that. Anyway, so the first time, it was day one of when I went into camp. That's when it all happened, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put it out there and joke if my ring turns up at a pawn shop, it's probably not theirs because it literally says NRL 2020. For
And your number.
8. Yeah, it's it's very specific. Anyway, so then it actually someone saw that, and then that's how I got it back. But anyway,
Citizens arrest.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, sorry.
What?
We'll move on.
What did you want to say?
Citizen's arrest. Imagine doing that.
Serious.
And what do you say? This is a citizen's arrest.
Yeah, it's exactly what you say.
Okay.
Is that all?
With the knee on the back, hands behind him.
Maybe if there's something specific you've got to say though, because remember 21 Jump Street?
No.
Like how they didn't say the oath thing properly and then they got away. Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe we can look that up for next week.
We can.
Anyway, so back onto the car sitch. We're not sure if you'll get the car back or if it's halfway like up north or now.
But you know what? He's probably gotten in there going,
he goes, I thought there was a Merc. This is a Merc, not an MG.
an MG
Shout out
with stinky
MGs.
boots.
Excuse me, Millie. Love my MG.
Yes, I know.
My mum's MG.
You know
But
what
you also have like probably 2 pairs of boots in there that stink.
4 pairs of socks, a couple GPS vests. Sorry, guys.
How many mugs?
cups.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
my
what about
goodness.
this? When we're on the phone to you, and this happens all the time, whenever it's raining and we're on the phone to you in the car, your
I know what you're
windscreen
gonna
wipers are soiled.
It's like someone's banging on the door.
I'm like, is everything okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I've had that a few times. And people always say, it's like sprinkling. You don't need them on full speed. Because
Yeah.
I hate having any water on the window. I'm like,
Anyway, what I was getting at was you actually put this topic in the run sheet. You wanted to talk about cars. So I thought we'd segue into that. I don't really know what you wanted to say about cars, so I'm going to hand it over to you. Do you remember what you wanted to say?
well, me and Koenig really just want a car. So
No, on the topic of cars for me, I moved pretty much my stuff down to Sydney from Queensland.
Yeah, you drove last week.
Gosh, my car made it.
I can't
My
believe
2010
Helen the Hyundai.
She made it all the way down. She, had to stop a few times for petrol, but she's there in one piece.
that's with any car. Just
No, but like
FYI.
I swear I have to fill up more than usual. Something's leaking.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. What I will
Anyway.
say,
she's been reliable.
it was very hot in the car yesterday. I don't know if the aircon's a bit how you going, but
seriously.
I was sweating on the way to training.
Seriously, Keeley, what about a
Cut me
window?
a break.
Yeah.
I
That
got you
doesn't go
there.
down either.
I got you there, and
did.
yeah, it's still running, so I'm really happy.
I don't reckon it's on its last legs though.
Oh, don't put it in that into the
Touch wood.
universe.
You don't even have a car, Keeley, so
I'm
you still
literally-
use your mum's car.
Yeah, I do. Generous lady. I sold my car to finish my house because that's sometimes you just got to make hard
Yeah.
decisions. So I've been using my mum's car. Lovely lady. She works from home.
Lovely
so.
lady. She's not the girl next door who makes scones.
She is actually
She actually is the girl next door.
who makes
They
scones.
live next door.
I live next
Sorry,
door to my
they
mum.
actually are in a duplex together.
But I'm actually not going to have a car soon, so I'm going to go up to Sydney and I'm going to really just rely on the public transport.
Yeah.
And I think it'll make
As
me
in
great.
I
me?
would love to
Or
see
am I the
you a
public
day.
transport?
You a day in the life on public transport.
I love public transport. You know, I catch a train. When I was playing for Toowoomba, I love catching the train to the airport because you can do work.
Wait, so
at the
you're
same
not going to
time.
have a car in Sydney?
No, well, me personally, no.
No, but her mum's car will be there.
But you'll be there. Cooper will be there.
Oh,
Izzy
I
will be
see.
there.
You know what
And
else?
There's a
I'll be there
tram, bus,
too.
and
Okay.
Millie will be there. So
I'll
heaps
be
of
spending some
cars.
time with you guys, and I was actually thinking about this the other day. This will be the last kind of like we all had a sleepover last night at Keeley's house, and it was reminded us of back in the day, e.g. last year. I'm not going to be able to do that when I have a baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
These
you definitely
These will be
are.
the last few.
I don't know.
You can't
I
change
have a
things
sleepover
too
with a
much,
kid.
really.
These will be the last few months though of like us genuinely being able to like hang out like friends
Before it gets
you know
a
what I
little
mean?
bit harder and
Yeah.
babysitters and stuff. But I'm happy for
No,
it.
the baby can just come.
Yeah, I'm happy for a +1.
Actually, speaking of the baby,
I'm literally sharing a bed with one of you guys.
Yeah, neat.
we'll make sure there's a little bassinet area for the baby. Speaking of the baby, last night, I know you didn't want to find out the gender, but the old wives'
You had-
tale.
You came up with two genders.
No,
Where
no, no.
actually
You said
I
it's either a girl
videoed
or a boy.
Yeah, well, it's
a 50-50 call.
Very, very small chance hermaphrodite, but could be. Anyway, just saying. Swung back and forth, indicating.
though?
The
It was
second time it
staying
literally
still.
did a circle and you were like, oh, I don't know.
It was giving a little bit mixed, but I'm strong with the boy. The boy. Anyway,
I just think that was just, it was inconclusive.
yeah.
we've just got some random topics today, guys, what's new? We've always got random topics. But
it's really hard with footy only being like 4 months of the year, 5 months of the year.
Yeah, exactly. And we already did lots of footy chat last week. So, yeah, you're stuck with what we've got this week. Okay, we're chatting weight gain and loss in love. Like when you're really in love with someone at the start of a relationship, and what is it about that makes you lose weight?
Okay, I want to hear all of us. So we're all in long-term relationships. You're actually married. That's crazy. Kenny?
You just get motivated at the start, you know? I feel like to lose weight.
You personally?
Of course.
Okay.
Or you think differently?
No, I was fit as, obviously. No. I was actually really good with my food. Got with Cooper and we were like obviously so in love, having a punnet of ice cream, watching movies. I put on, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're a short little person, 3 kilos is a freaking lot.
Were you in the 80s club?
Shut up.
Were you in a size 14 polo?
God, don't be silly, Millie.
Seriously, well, what do you have to do to lose weight? Like break up with him?
No, I just like pulled myself together. I was literally looking at photos and I'm like, oh my God, my face was so fat. It goes straight to my face.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky/unlucky because it's very even on my body, which is bad because it slowly happens. So like you just put a little bit of weight on the arms, a little bit of weight on the legs, a little bit on the stomach. I kind of wish it's lucky/unlucky because unlucky is because you don't notice it until it's a few kilos. Whereas if it goes straight on your stomach, bang, you know straight away.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I can attest to that. I'm now wearing size 16 jeans. Size 16 jeans, Keeley. If the size 14 polo didn't disgust you enough last week, I'm now in size 16 jeans.
Stop it.
I'm loving them. They're so nice.
No, honestly,
oversized.
we've just been saying how great Millie looks.
Yeah, seriously, glowing. That's also why I think it's a boy, because the girls like to steal the beauty
You
off
literally just listen to any wives' tale and then run with it.
Because I think it's a girl.
Okay.
But anyway, when Adam and I got together,
Yeah, I want to hear
I
about
remember, I think it was more so because we got engaged a year after being together and then got married the next year.
Geez, that's so quick. I forget. I know you knew
but I
him
feel
for
like,
ages.
yeah,
so
because
it's
we knew each
different,
other,
but-
so it's a bit
Slow
different.
burn.
Yeah, it was a slow burn when he was like with someone else and then had little Lenny
Slow
and
burn
stuff. So like
16.
very slow burn. The fire was out for a while. But you know what they say about flames? They never die.
They never.
Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, so leading into, okay, firstly, when we first got together, I went straight on SAS and lost 8 kilos. So that was like, I was looking real good when I came out of that.
Didn't you have like rashes
even
and
healthy?
shit though? Like chafe and...
Yeah, I had cuts and chafe. And
I don't know if that's looking good then, but I don't know.
I was looking thin. Anyway, so that kind of, and then I kind of like went back to normal, like back to my normal. But then leading into the wedding, that's where I think I just kind of,
I think subconsciously,
Subconsciously.
because you're in season as well, so
Yeah.
you want to perform at your best.
Yeah.
But subconsciously in the back of your mind,
I was thinking, oh, do I need to go heavier on these weights? No, I don't really want to.
Oh
have a
my
massive
God.
that's crazy. Really.
Like I was actually thinking, like I didn't want that. Like I was like, oh, I'll just probably cut out some of the weights towards the end of like the season, leading into the wedding, and
That is
then
wild.
I think I got down to like very low 80s, and that probably explains why I was in so much pain every week after playing footy. I couldn't move.
You just can't do it.
I couldn't break the line. I was getting like it was actually horrible. And I'm like, I could not play in the middle. I was probably 81 kilos. And that, I know to you sounds like a lot, Keeley, and you always bag us out, but I play at like 84 to 85 kilos is like a good amount. Anyway, that was my little love bubble of like leading into the wedding.
It's
and
crazy
I was
how
too
a couple
light.
of kilos make a
Yeah.
huge
Oh, yeah.
difference. But yeah, I was the same when I got with PJ. I feel like I was just a little bit leaner as well then at the time, and then because I was still sort of new in footy, and then I've been seeing him for a while, and then started getting more serious about footy and going, ugh.
I'm choosing
Yeah.
footy. Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
What's
you're
more
stuck with
important?
me.
I know I'm bigger than you now.
Just you wait.
Yeah,
But yeah, and then couple of kilos make a good difference,
Yeah,
even though you hate to admit it.
I know. They do. We have to do it for footy. It's for footy. That's why we've a little bit bigger.
Seriously.
Actually, going back onto, footy, we were thinking, and we're going to see what the response was and see who's going to be around, and this is maybe a maybe thing. So round 1 of Origin for the women is the start of May. It's the opening of Magic Round, and we were wondering whether we do after game 1 and like on the weekend of Magic Round, because we'll be around, whether there's people up for the Origin, for Magic Round, whether we do like a little meet and greet up in Brizzy. We're not too sure of any details yet, but what do you guys think?
I mean, that'd be awesome.
I like it. I want to stay up. Chookies are playing on the Friday night.
Yeah.
My plan's to be there all
Well, you're
weekends.
like, Goldie, and
Yeah.
it's nice to kind of have after Origin to like kind of after that big lead in to just have a nice little relaxed weekend. So I'll be up there. It'd be good if you guys were up there.
Yeah. So
Well,
definitely
fingers
just wanna know.
crossed.
Yes, that would be great. I feel like just need to know what the listeners, if they're going to be up there for the men's Magic Round,
Yeah, that's probably it.
and also like our game, the women's game, if they stay up there.
Yeah. Anyway, we just thought we'd put it out there and see. We really do have some dedicated listeners that do come to watch, and obviously last year with all the signs. So just thought we'd chuck it out there. See what you guys have to say. You haven't really said too much on it, Keeley.
No, because you know what? On the Saturday,
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, say it.
my Tashkar girls, if they do well, they've got their grand
Got the
final.
grand
So
final.
we'll see about it. But
We'll have to see.
And there's a lot of things. I mean, Origin, if we don't play anyway, I'll probably be up there watching.
100%.
So I can stay up there. But just like if there's heaps of interest, awesome. That'd be awesome. A little catch up. I don't know if you'd call it a live show.
I think it'd just be like a thank you to the listeners, you know?
Yeah.
So let us know. Let us know if you'd be keen.
It'd just be us talking like we normally do, but live to you guys.
And there'll be some
you guys
footy on
can
so we
ask
can actually
questions.
speak about some footy stuff.
Chat about, yeah, exactly. Love it. So anyway, we might do a little on our story, and you can say whether you think it's a good idea or not. Keeping on the topic of footy, actually, not our footy, but Rugby Union, we've seen a lot of the Sevens girls go over and play 15s in the Super W, which has been cool to see because they've never done that. Like, they've got the best athletes in the world playing sevens, and obviously there's incredible athletes playing 15s as well, but it's like, let's put the ones that are full-time professional in the Super W and then give them the opportunity to be selected for the World Cup that's at the end of this year. What are your thoughts on that?
Sick. I feel like it's really, really good. This would be hard for the girls that have been in kind of the Wallaroos and things for a few years who might get bumped out.
Yeah, but I also think,
that's a part of it. It's part of
Exactly.
being professional. What I will say is it'd be good to recruit some of those girls over to the league, the ones that miss out on the World Cup, or even that are more on the fringe now with those girls coming over. I think, come to rugby league, ladies.
there's a spot for you. There may be a spot for you. 2 new teams now.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea. Obviously, like you said, Cheeks, it would suck being on the other end of it and missing out on, you work so hard and missing out on an Aussie jersey. But at the end of the day, that's to make the game more competitive. 100%. You have to have the best.
Well, sorry.
No, you go.
So rude. Interrupt. Like, I feel like, does that make the team straight away way more competitive? Probably, just because they're full-time
They're
athletes.
full-time athletes, yeah.
So that's probably going to put Union a bit more on the map than what it has
Without
been.
a doubt. And versing other countries that are a lot more developed, like they play a lot more test match. They play so many more test matches in, say, Europe and England and New Zealand, obviously. So it makes us more competitive.
Yeah, and then other countries like New Zealand have done it for a few years, haven't they? Allowed
They've
their
been
girls
doing that.
to go.
Like, I remember my debut and like trying to tackle Portia Woodman, and I was like, not my debut, sorry, one of my debut games, and I was like, why is she playing?
Yeah, which is crazy, but it makes so much sense. Like, they're the full-time athletes in the system.
In that sport too.
Yeah.
Like, they've probably all played a bit of 15s.
100%.
They've played 7s. Like,
Yeah.
the same rules apart from this double people plus one on the field.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. I'm surprised that it's actually taken this long for them to do
Absolutely.
that. But obviously with the World Cup coming up, I
Yeah.
just think it'll be so good for Australian Rugby Union.
Yeah. I also kind of feel maybe they've done it. They're making them play, not making them, but it's like because there's not much sevens this year because of no Commonwealth Games. It's like you can go play 15s, but I think a lot of girls are getting poached to play league.
Yeah.
And they do not want girls coming over to league, which is disappointing, but you can see why they want to keep them in their sport.
100%. And then at the same time, help with the union with the 15 side.
Yeah.
So it's like a win-win for them.
Yeah.
That
Although
makes a lot
I
of
feel
sense.
like it's probably a lot of just outside backs, do you think? That would be those
well, you don't really like
there's not
sevens
many,
isn't really.
There's not many props and second rowers and forwards.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Interesting one.
Anyway, I think it'll be good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, great to watch this year.
Yeah. Except, do you know what? I have one suggestion. Can rugby be put on like KO or something?
Oh, seriously, Stan Sport.
Bit of free to air, like Stan Sport. I have a subscription to everything but Stan Sport, and I'm like, we've got to get it just to watch rugby. Yeah. Make it more accessible.
Yeah.
Or
Speaking
if anyone's got a login, share.
Send it.
Speaking of,
I was going to say, you went on the buy round last week.
yes.
It was so good. I loved listening to that.
I went on the buy round after our podcast last week with James, and tell you what, he was so interested in the whole pregnancy stuff. And I was like, wow, we literally spoke about this in our podcast for like
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Skimmed over.
I swear to God, close to an hour. He's like, so like, he was asking every question. I was like, I hadn't even thought about that. Like,
He's very in-depth.
he's like, was
so.
thinking about, have you thought about pre and postnatal depression and like, you know, you going back and if someone's in your spot and, you know, watching from the sidelines. And I was like, but like I want to go next week. No, like if I had retired, I would have been sad. But now I know that I'm going back next year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was asking, it was a long podcast. If anyone wants a very in-depth listen,
It was really good. I loved it.
yeah, it was good. It was good. But I feel like personally, me talking about it, I would feel like, why does anyone want to hear this? But if he's asking, I'm happy to share, you know?
Yeah.
Well, it's very foreign. Like how many, obviously we know some girls, but they haven't spoken about their story or like kind of pregnancy in depth on like a forum like that. So I thought it was really, really good.
No,
He also asked some good questions that I feel like you were just like, I don't know, that's a great question.
Yeah, there were a lot like that. I was like, but this is probably a Keeley question.
No, it's definitely not a me because like you don't think about things
You
that
don't
in
think
depth.
about it. No, I know. He's
But he does.
He obviously does a lot of planning for his podcast. As you can see, or for those listening, we have nothing in front of us right now. He usually has like 4 pieces of paper that have got facts, rundown, timings, like, which to be honest, Charlie's like every week, hey girls, do you want to do a rundown? And we never get back to
We'll
him.
stick to the notes.
We'll just stick to us coming up with whatever comes into our heads.
In the car,
I feel
listening
like
to
if we-
Keely's windscreen wipers.
If we had a rundown, we'd start like stuttering and being all over the shop. We'd be like, okay, next topic.
Next on the agenda. Maybe it's different if you've got a guest, because we're just talking to ourselves like.
Yeah, a bit of professionalism with a guest, but
Yeah.
lucky we don't have guests. But he did ask a good question that I liked. He said, like, pretty much, don't remember the exact question, but how can rugby league in the women's game in particular continue to lure the best athletes from the country?
Yeah.
I was thinking about it a bit.
Because we've obviously got in Australia, we're not one code in particular. Like you think of New Zealand, you think of rugby, you think of England, you think of soccer. Like we've got literally every sport and then AFL on top of that. Like
Soccer, AFL,
even like swimming, we've got some of the best swimmers in the world. Like we've got
cricket.
Cricket, AFL, football, but
Got some top tier surfers.
Yes.
it's actually crazy. We do like everything.
All-rounders.
Yeah.
Do. And he asked me what can we do to make rugby league that first choice for women
Well, I think
to choose.
on that, a big thing, especially as a young person and probably more a family decision, I know like when I was growing up, going between, I played a bit of league, played a bit of sevens, played a bit of soccer, all different sports. League, especially with rep teams, was the only one that was free for a rep team. And I think that's why so many girls play at a young age.
Yeah, very blue collar. Everyone can play, no barriers.
There's no barriers of if you aren't, if you're in a low socioeconomic.
Nice, Keels.
Thank you. What's the next word of that?
Demographic.
Yes. There's no restrictions of you being able to play for Australia at a young age.
Or even like if you're in a big family, like I'm one of 5 kids and I remember, soccer fees. We all played every sport, but soccer fees were like $400 even back then. And I remember thinking like, I felt bad for mum and dad having to pay that.
Yes. That literally, so same with me with soccer. If you wanted to play rep soccer, which should be like the best people just get picked.
Yeah.
It's $1,300. I promise you, $1,300.
Okay, where were you playing?
Honestly, that's how much it actually costs.
That's the Wanuna tax.
Crazy. But like with rugby league, I remember even as like a 16-year-old playing like in Tasha Gale and it being free, and I was just like, holy moly.
Yeah.
Obviously my parents would have noticed more, but like that is actually so not achievable for people.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably such a, besides from the top end in NRLW, the payments there, that as a parent, you'd definitely be pushing your kids probably into that.
I think the thing that obviously holds people back is the contact of it and the aggressiveness. And you know what the worst thing that I find is like they'll let their son play,
but not
and it's particularly the dads.
Yeah.
It's like, no, not my little girl, she's not playing. And like if they want to.
Yeah. We just had a lady at the gym this morning come up to us and say, oh, you guys are footy players? And we're like, yeah. Just asking about us. And she goes, oh, my daughter's actually about to start playing. She's 14 and she's petrified of her playing. And like, what's any advice?
The mum is petrified.
Yeah, the mum's really scared for her. And I was like, oh, it's so crazy because my mum was like,
my mum was nervous. My mum was nervous even though I played sevens. And the first game I played, I remember her being like, oh, be careful. I'm like, what the hell? But I broke my wrist the first game I played, so that probably didn't help.
Well, my mum, I never really wanted to play league when I was younger. That was never really a thought. But with Jacob, when he started playing league, like my brother was so skinny and little when he was younger.
Jealous.
Seriously, I was so much bigger than him, and I got bullied from a young age from him. But no, like
You could have beat him up though.
seriously. But mum would be like, oh, go play real sport, go play rugby union, because she's just like a massive union fan.
from New Zealand.
Yeah, but she just like was just never really crossed her mind.
Well, it wasn't a thing. Like it wasn't it's something we could see, and it wasn't an option. So I hate harping on about that, but it genuinely, for us growing up, there was no rugby league. Like it was all the boys played. It was a boy thing, and there was absolutely no girls playing. So I played lots of rugby union in high school, and then kept playing after I left school. But even then, we were raising, like we had to, if we didn't pay for our trips, we had to sell raffle tickets and still pay for our kit. Like we were still paying for kit, and we were playing for the Brumbies. Like
that's crazy.
Selling like, and also the
car washes.
We would do car washes and
get them
window washes. And the what was I going to say? You've lost me. You lost me on car washes. I had something.
Bikini car washes.
It definitely was not bikini car washes. We were a 15s team, not a 7s team. But I tell you what,
netball was so expensive for me as well. I used to sell the chocolates at school. Yes. And, you'd eat a few yourself, and then you have to
put the money in.
You got a little,
fatty.
You'd have to, pay a little late. I'd have to beg my dad for like $5 because I had 5 chocolates at school. But my brother actually used to steal like 10 from me, and I would be down money and have to figure that out. But netball was so expensive, to play state age and.
But that's the thing.
That's why I think I can't speak today. Rep netball girl.
Yeah, I was. But then once I got out of the juniors, 15, 16s, I hated it.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely hated it. And then went to footy.
There you go. I know, but it's just so cool now that I just think if you're a mother listening to this, or a father or anyone, you're having kids, just let them play any sport, like whatever they're interested in. It doesn't yes, there's a money cost and a factor to things, but don't limit them.
Yeah, I'm just hoping
because they're a girl.
I'm hoping my kid doesn't play cricket though, if I'm not really honest.
Oh, that is a tough carry. 8 hours watching from the sides. Are you kidding me? Sorry.
Is that what you don't want to do?
Yeah, 100%.
Only T20s.
Seriously, like if they really want to, awesome, but like boring, and also you got to be there for it. So I'm not going to go do stuff during. You got to be present. But
they're not going to notice if you leave.
They will. What if they hit a 6 and they're looking out for mum and I'm bloody at the grocery
you know what? The
store?
field's that big, and everyone sits in their car.
Yeah,
it's all right.
that would
You just
actually
pretend
be a killer.
and then get someone to fill you in.
Anyway, I don't think I'll have a cricketer.
They're making a lot of money, so maybe you should stick around.
They are selling out and making bank.
The women's, they're doing great.
I know.
So maybe you just stick
Adam
at it.
actually was a good cricketer growing up.
Really?
Maybe you might have a cricketer on our hands.
How do you go with your hand-eye coordination?
I mean, I'm a prop, so that pretty much says it, doesn't it?
So hopefully Adam shoots.
No, look, I think tennis, golf, even though I find golf pretty boring, but, it's good money, good travelling opportunities.
Really hard.
Or maybe just a halfback and no one in the middle. Halfbacks seem to be making the money these days.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be a little bit of a big kid.
Big halfback. Anyway, we're moving on, actually. You know what? We said we weren't even chatting footy, but we've actually got a little bit of footy to chat. Bulldogs coach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's been – Keeley saw an article, so we will have to fact check it.
They actually don't believe anything I say.
No, well, you don't have Instagram anymore, so we're like, where are you seeing this article?
On Facebook.
On Woonona Buy Swap Sell?
Marketplace.
Actually, just speaking of that, sorry, Tony, very off topic. That ruined my freaking day yesterday, I swear to God. Woonona Buy and Sell. Honestly, I open up Facebook and usually I don't see sad things. It's pretty sweet. This cat got hit twice on the road. And it was a big rant.
Putting that on Facebook.
It was a big rant.
Swap and sell.
It's Woonona Community Living page. And it was literally like whoever the dog was that just ran over this cat, left it on the road half moving, and then the person after hit it again. And then she saw it. She described it all and she's like, it was dying slow. Oh my God.
Look, Keeley, we were about to do groceries and Keeley was pretty distraught.
It was actually disgusting.
It was probably like a 5-minute healing process.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, on Facebook I'm a little bit
to
off
the
it.
dogs out in Woonona. Count your days.
Swear to God.
Was it on Keeley's road? Was it an MG?
No, God no. Anyway, it's probably Millie. Hates animals.
Please.
Anyway, yes, back to Facebook. Yeah, they don't believe me. I saw an article that said there was 90 plus applicants
for the
Bulldogs job, and I'm like,
the Bulldogs NRL
W job
coaching.
I'm like, okay, sorry, 90 plus. Is any cat and their dog just bloody apply?
Back to the animals.
Any man and his dog, not cat and their dog. Now you've got cats on your mind.
Whatever. Seriously, is that that's really opening up to anybody?
Yeah.
90 applicants.
Well, that's the thing. That's why we said, where did you see this? It was at 9. And where's your source? So she didn't actually have anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Was it 9 applicants, 0 to people to be picked now?
No.
And
90.
you just put the two together.
But I saw Jamie Feeney's name in there.
Right.
Yes.
She's right.
Thank
We've got
you,
a fact
Tony.
checker. You know what? Charlie never fact checks. Thanks, Tony.
Thanks, Tony.
Where
90.
did you get that? Where's that from? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what happens when you don't have Instagram. You just get factual stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, but like the cat.
Yeah, factual.
Okay, can I just say 90 applicants, that is a bit ridiculous, is it not?
Yeah,
Does
because people would just think,
Joe down the road who coaches local footy thinks, I could do that.
Definitely. Absolutely, that's what it is. But you know what? You'd rather them apply than not apply, so whatever.
That's not what you were saying before.
But you know what? Seriously, the person that's got to skim through all those resumes, I hate that. Oh. That seriously would be my worst nightmare. No.
Imagine having to do an interview with Gus to get the job. Intimidating. I'll sit next to him at work and I'm like, I don't know whether to talk to him or not. We'll just wait till we're on air.
Oh gosh. But anyway, I've heard Jamie Feeney. Well, I think I've seen Jamie Feeney's.
I've heard that too.
Obviously front runner. He's been involved in women's rugby league for a while
For
now.
so long.
Like
before it was like a cool thing to do.
before there was any money in it really. He was actually assistant when I first played.
Jillaroos?
Yep, Jillaroos. Same with you, Mill. He would have been.
Yeah, he's there. He also used to play at the Dogs, so it's fitting.
Yep, been at the Dogs.
Yeah.
And
He's been coaching up in at Marsden State High as well.
not lately. He's
Hunter now.
in the Hunter now. But
Met his sister at the gym.
actually,
Right. I was like, okay, you guys are really across this. He did coach the Titans as well, the girls.
Yes, yeah, he did. And he was assistant at Roosters, so he's obviously been
Right.
around the
Yeah,
traps
yeah.
a lot. So I'd be surprised if he didn't get it. But in saying that, there's 89 other applicants that we have no idea who they could be.
Wow, that is a lot of applicants.
Gosh.
I'd like to know who else went.
Yeah, fly on the wall. Wish I could see that.
I wish I could see the list.
It would be kind of like it as a player, not knowing who your coach was going to be. I think that has a very big,
It would be so hard. Like even we do those Roosters
Sessions
have
now.
optional sessions, but
Yeah.
you know, we're in and around footy, we're talking to our staff, checking in with them. Like imagine not being able to do that yet.
Yeah.
Like we start very soon.
Yeah, and even have an idea of how you're going to
How you're
play
gonna
that
play,
year.
yeah.
What
Exactly.
like people have been recruited there, obviously, with the
under
coach
that
being
previous coach.
Yeah, and how they want to play that certain player and have a very strong opinion on that.
Let's ask Bunny. After this, we'll ask Bunny.
I'm actually
if she
seeing
knows
her
anything.
on Saturday tomorrow.
Ooh, okay.
We're going to 660 for her birthday.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay, ask her what she thinks about it.
Yeah,
I will.
certain players would definitely like some players. It wouldn't phase them at all. They're happy to just
It's like
do their
But
job.
I think it would be really
regardless.
hard, like being signed by previously Blake
Yes.
and being told, hey, this is where I picture you. So he might have even said, you're my starting player.
for sure.
Which I think is, you never say that anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're
But if you
recruiting
have-
to a
yeah,
new club,
That could
definitely.
be seriously
definitely, there's
like
a
a
few
very
porkers in
high
there.
possibility. And now they're probably freaking out. Like, and I don't blame them. Like, I would
Yeah.
be obviously back yourself and work hard, but that is just such a shit
the
situation. to be
unknown.
in.
It's the unknown. Especially
Yeah.
like a lot of footy players are control freaks. Me in particular. Like
You are literally, but I don't know who's more of a control freak out of you and Taryn.
I'd say on certain things we're both very
Taryn's very cool and calm, but also like
She doesn't show.
She doesn't show it.
but she actually is.
She rolls her eyes, and that's when you know. And it's just
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah,
she's pissed at
actually,
you 'cause
she's a
not in
control freak
control.
with things that don't matter though, like her hair in a game.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, that girl, you would never pick that she cares about that stuff.
No, I actually refuse to braid her hair because there will always be a problem.
Yeah, she's the pickiest person ever. Anyway, that's the shit I don't care about, like control wise. I'm like, meh, it's gonna look pretty bad
At
anyway.
the back of my head is
None of my business.
But that's your best piece of advice that I've ever taken from you.
You know where I got that from?
Housewives.
Housewives. Yeah. So you guys would actually really like the show, but
Okay,
you just think
you got
better
that.
than
That's one good thing out of 20 seasons that you've watched.
it. No.
You're the real housewife of women.
Okay. Also, before we came upstairs for this podcast, Keeley goes, "Oh God, I've got so many things I'd love to do before I die."
There is a lot.
She goes, "One of the things I'd love to be a producer for like WAGs."
Oh yeah. Okay.
Did you or did you not say that word
Sorry.
for word?
Thanks for putting my aspirations out on now.
If you don't say
Now
that-
someone's going to steal that.
No, exactly.
idea.
That's what I'm talking about, Millie. So I want to do like a behind the scenes of WAGs, right? Like really in depth and like how that impacts, I don't know, games and stuff. Like,
what their partners. Playing
like I
games.
want to follow the backstories of the WAGs. It would be like Housewives, but within a club.
You can do a trial on me.
You can literally just ask your best friend.
Yeah, it can be like, say, for instance, say it was Newcastle. The WAGs in Newcastle, right? It's all the backstories. Honestly, I'm telling you, girls would really, really love that because it's just like Housewives, except actually like there's
They
a club
can
for
relate
it.
a little bit more.
And then when they swap, when the new recruit comes in and you're following that, ooh, imagine the new wife
like
comes
a
into
new
the
wife
picture.
comes in? Gets added to the WhatsApp.
Yeah. And like, is it different if there's like,
You
if
would
they're
just
not a
cause
wife
so
yet?
much drama.
I know. But I just think that's one thing because I'm obsessed with Housewives. Like I want to be on the show one
It's
day.
a fun business idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
I
Yep.
like it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, so I just thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah.
There was something else. I literally just had it in my head. The amount of times lately, I don't know what it is.
Isn't that called baby brain?
Just forgetfulness. I literally have something and then I'm like,
what do they
literally it's
call
on the tip of my tongue.
Is it what careers we'd be doing if we weren't playing footy?
That's what I was going to say, yes. Because I brought it up before
You're
and
so
I tell
psychic.
you what, I did not have a single membrane that was thinking that just then because I was like, I can't even think of anything right now.
Oh
Head
gosh.
scratch.
We might need to get a new host in here.
You're the host. You're now in the host chair.
I am in my business shirt. Okay, anyway. Yeah, I want to know actually. What would we be doing?
I think I would be, it's kind of lame though, but I actually said this in the podcast. James asked me, I think. Did he? You listened to it?
I didn't listen to the last 20.
Okay. He said, what would I be doing? And I said, I think I'd be a school teacher or something. And now that I think about it.
I cannot see that.
Well,
Sorry.
5 years, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Oh my God, it's nearly been 10 years since I left school. 9 years. Anyway, so I thought I did want to be a teacher, a high school teacher, because I loved some of the teachers I had in high school. I really loved, and I was like, this is
just
so
because
much
you
fun.
like them doesn't mean
You'd like
No,
their
but
job.
I liked how they had the impact on certain people.
okay.
You know
And-
what?
Yeah.
You can do that as a coach too.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but I agree.
One of the people from my Game Changers, shout out to you, Reef, watches this. He's only young. And he said, you know what he said? Keeley has a little bit of a potty mouth.
Did you say that?
Really?
So I've got to, I've got to, and it's funny because you
Sorry,
don't
Reef.
usually swear.
I
It's
didn't think
it's
I-
Rafe.
Oh,
Did I
Rafe.
say Rafe or Reef?
Rafe.
Anyway,
Oh my gosh, Ray, miss him.
I know. Anyway, so yeah, I
Sorry.
said I've got to cut back on mine as well.
Yeah, watch your mouth.
No swearing. No swearing. We don't usually swear, do we?
I feel like I've.
You're
Sometimes
actually
borderline.
probably the biggest potty mouth of us all, Nick. We probably had to detach ourselves from you because
Oh yeah, sure.
you're kind of on like Shanae's level. Shanae Chazolska.
full Toowoomba bogan.
Yeah. No.
Gosh.
Anyway, so I think I'd be going back to that point. I think I would be a teacher.
What subject?
PE? Like high school?
No. Sorry.
What did you think? Like maths or something?
No.
Or like primary school?
No, I can see you being, what are they called? The home ones?
Sports coordinator.
No, the home.
Home economics?
Like where you
Homeroom
cook, you
teachers.
clean. Yeah.
What?
Home ec.
Home ec, yeah, home
what I
ec.
said.
Yeah. That's what I could see you doing. You'd be so good at that. Because you'd be really thorough.
Yeah,
Has
but
to be
it'd
on
also
160
be
degrees.
really annoying, like the people that didn't do it. I'd be like, Jesus.
Yeah.
But I did hospo and food tech.
Yeah.
Year 11 and 12.
Hospo, yeah, that's what I can see you doing. Hospo teacher. Can I just say, you have taught me so much since I've gone to live by myself again with Cooper, my partner.
Finally knows how to
I
clean the dishes.
seriously- Actually,
No cold water.
Actually, no, you can't even get that right. She cleans her non-stick pans with like this massive scraper thing.
Don't
I'm like,
even tell me.
yeah.
Keeley,
You've got
where's
that many little broken particles in your food today.
Wow. I've pretty much got cancer. You've given my baby cancer.
Shut up. God.
Have I not taught you better?
Yeah, I need to get the cast iron, whatever. But you have taught me a lot. See, I reckon you could do that.
Okay. What about you guys?
I actually have no idea. It actually freaks me out thinking about what I would be doing without footy. I just felt like I had no career path after school, and that's why I played footy.
Yeah. I think you would be, because I feel like, and I think I've said this before, but I feel like you're a mix between myself and my sister Daisy.
Yes.
And just for reference, Daisy's just gotten back from living in Japan for 6 months, and now she's about to go and work on a station for 2 months up north, a big cattle station, and then she's going traveling Europe for 5 months. So
I think that's what I was going to do, like just work and travel. When I sort of finished school, you know how I went to Hawaii with the fam and went on my mum's friend's boats because she runs like charters. She asked me to go work over there.
You would have been a boat girl.
She
Below
asked
deck.
me to work over
Oh,
there.
far out. Not everything is a freaking reality TV show.
You seriously, because you're
Yeah.
so like likable. You're hardworking, so you do your
Isn't
job
it just
well.
about people sleeping with the people that come on the boat?
That's part of it, but she doesn't even do that. It's about the drama of the behind the scenes of the boat.
Yeah, so that could have been me. I feel like I would have just worked. I've always wanted to work overseas and just travel, and I just would have been one of
Do you
those
reckon you
girls.
would have stepped in your mother's footsteps and become a flight
Yeah,
attendant?
she could have done
Actually,
that too.
maybe yes, because I did float that option with her.
Yeah.
She said it would be fun to do while you're young because you get to travel and
No,
stuff.
I tried to make my other sister Stella do it.
Yeah,
and she
great
said no.
perks as well. But yeah, I just would have. I definitely would have just travelled and worked behind bars and stuff. I really loved that life. It was really fun when I was 18, working behind a bar.
I could see you working at the ones where you like slap them in the face and then like.
What, the one from Vegas?
No. Have you seen where they do all the like
Nowhere
crazy shots?
in Australia does that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's called RSA over here. But
yeah,
no, it was
sorry.
really fun. I used to work with like my really good friends and, have a couple of drinks on shift was fun. It was crazy. It was actually just like,
Yeah, it's good fun.
yeah. Then I grew up. Started playing footy.
Keeley?
Okay. Honestly,
for it.
each month I think I want to do something else. So I think I'd be chopping and changing. I'm somebody who doesn't like staying in the same spot for too long.
Yeah.
Definitely am like a new job every 2 years kind of person. So for me, I think a really good thing that I still am very interested in, flipping houses.
Oh,
I just,
I thought you were going to say
Okay,
PT.
but
no,
straight after
boring.
Yeah,
school.
you can't do that without
What would you
money,
have
and
done?
also your boyfriend is a builder. So,
Yeah,
but
that'd be my job.
No.
Okay, career then, real estate. I would try sell houses because I'm really passionate about nice houses. That's
true.
Like,
You are.
But even old houses, like
And you
if
can
it's a
talk.
good fit for people, I just think like I love houses.
yeah,
All types.
I could kind of see you doing that.
Do you think you would like spiral and start talking about it negatively without you realizing?
No,
She'd
I
be in
wouldn't.
character.
I would honestly, I just think I can really see the beauty in every single house for the right person. So
Oh, I like this.
That is
yeah.
very convincing.
The thing I think is so hard about real estates is they've got to be on call like 24/7. Like they're doing,
Seriously.
like their phone is never off. They're always available.
My
they
friend
do
works 7 days a
weekends.
week,
Yeah,
like,
they
she
But
just
do
I
open
like
homes.
that. Like I like
crash
call me,
out.
like bang, answer it.
Yeah.
We quickly chat. I don't like the admin side. I would have an assistant for that.
Right.
Yeah.
But as in phone calls and I talk to people, love that. But no text really. But the other thing is that's great. You get to dress up. Like I seriously
Corporate girly.
would love to wear corporate and then work from home.
I
a couple
literally
days.
said today, I wish I bought my white trackies.
What
Yeah,
would
but they
be
look nice. They're a nice pair of
your
white trackies.
day in a life outfit?
Well, it depends on what I was doing that day, Koenig. You know
You wouldn't have
that
me
is
as a
such a
stylist.
broad question.
How long's a piece of string, Koenig?
Yeah, seriously. That's a silly question.
Leopard
from a
print?
Yeah. Okay. Seriously, honestly, I would. I
You should have
would.
seen this. You should have seen this leopard print dress
What?
she tried on in the antique shop.
You said it looked good.
The long dress, it like pulled
It's
at the
from the
bottom because it
70s.
was so
There's a
long.
reason it's in the
Frills.
shop, Keeley.
Yeah, because it's from the 70s.
Millie, frills all
take a
along the
photo?
front. No, I didn't.
No. Anyway,
But it was
you
cute.
speak up now, don't you?
It was-
Back in the shop, you just said it looked good. You said
I said
nothing.
it looked cute just then.
Anyway, I definitely, everybody knows I love leopard print, so I'd probably have a little bit of that.
You did your PT stuff. You did that like pre-COVID.
Yeah, I did that when I was in school and then
Yeah.
had my own business for about 5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
But no, out with the old.
KD Fit, was it? Keeley Fit? What was it called?
K-Fit.
K-Fit.
And just honestly, like I said, I can't do the same thing for too long. I
Yeah.
get so
I'm
bored.
the same. I'm
Bored,
the same.
bored. Chop
I
and
would-
change.
My dream thing would be have like 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Where you could go like a chill job, but then also like a chill fun job that with low stakes that you enjoyed.
Yeah.
But then like an actual serious job that you could do like 3 days a week and then the other one like 2 days a week. But working a 9 to 5, it
Shout
actually
out.
scares me.
That
And shout out
does.
to anyone who works 9 to 5s.
I feel like that's what I wanted when I was working through so much hospitality jobs.
Like
I
an
always
like a
wanted that
desk
9
job?
to 5. But then I worked a 9 to 5 and it was with my dad. And it was the worst thing of my life. It was,
Yeah.
I didn't really work 9 to 5, but it was an office job. I was his
Yeah.
receptionist. Gosh, I don't know how they do it.
I don't know how they do it either, but honestly,
I've actually been a
I take
receptionist
my-
as well.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've
I'm
heard
sorry,
that-
Bainesy.
And I was just about to say, I've heard from Bainesy.
I wasn't good.
Was she a good receptionist?
I was good at
or
the
was he doing her a
receptionist.
favour?
I was probably the same with you. My dad would be like, "Can you do this?" And I said, "No."
I was not good with the cleaning. I was good with the face-to-face, making people feel...
The face of the business.
Yeah.
Keeley, why do we have no clean towels for
Oh,
tomorrow?
stop it. That was one time. Anyway, so that's what I reckon I'd be doing.
Yeah, interesting.
Chopping and changing.
But what I do find these days is it's so different to when our parents were growing up.
Oh, yeah.
They stayed in the same job. It's like day one, welcome to the next 30 years of your life.
Literally
at
my
least.
mum.
Yeah.
My mum's been in the
that's
same
just what
job
it
for
was.
40 years.
And I just
That's
love
40.
Crazy if that's true.
I just love that there's so much more free choice around what you can do now. And it's like people can change careers. And if you're listening and you don't like what you're doing, you can always change.
Just leave.
Yeah, okay, guys. People actually have to earn money, though.
Yes, of
Yeah,
course. But
leave
like
if
there's
you've
that-
got a better
It's not frowned
opportunity.
upon to leave your
Yeah.
job and get a new job or start a new
Yeah,
career.
that's
Even
very
if you've
true.
been to uni and you've done something. Think of all the people that have done uni and then never got, like Adam did physio. He's never going to be a physio. You know what I mean? Romy, after 8 years of starting her degree, is now finally finishing teaching. And she's like, I never want to be a teacher. But, you know.
That is horrible.
That is horrible. But
Oh, shout out, Robbie.
shout out, Romy. We love your Rom dog. But I just like that it's a lot more, there's a lot more choice on what you can do. And there's a lot more jobs now. And it's
There
not just like
is.
certain things.
Yep. No, it's awesome.
Anyway, we're going to wrap it up there, guys, but we're going to finish with a thank you to not only you, but to Westpac, because Westpac are coming back on board this year, supporting us. It's actually why I'm wearing my red singlet today for Westpac.
Yeah.
And I have my red necklace on.
Yeah. Keeley, what have you got that's red?
My red little cheeks.
Oh, God. Anyway, so they're going to be back on board with us. We'll be doing a Westpac segment every week, and we'll be teaming up with them to make some good shows for you. And you know what? This time, we're even going to have rundowns, so it runs a little bit smoother. What do we think?
Maybe.
We can do that for Westpac, absolutely.
Oh, for Westpac, yes.
yeah,
we'll
we'll
do
be
anything.
organised with our segment for Westpac.
Yeah. Oh, I meant the whole show, not just one segment.
Well, you're pushing it now, Millie.
You don't want to put that much pressure on us.
Anyway, I hope everyone has a great week. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye.